Welcome to the Rel8table Podcast with Jenny.
And I am Vince Serrano. And we want you to go follow us on Twitter and IG at Rel8table Podcast. That's REL, the number 8, TABLE Podcast. All right. Yeah, you ready?
Yep.
Cool. Well, welcome to the Rel8table Podcast. We're your hosts, Jenny and Vince. Jenny Rodriguez and Vince Serrano. We're in quarantine right now, and we got to salute. Yes. Today, we got a couple of things. Jenny, tell us a little about yourself and what we're doing, and let's introduce ourselves to the people.
Well, I feel like that we both have had a lot of life experiences that are very relatable to other people, and we have a lot to say, a lot to talk about.
Okay, so what are the things we're going to talk about?
We're going to go around from anywhere from parenting to relationships to planning for your future. Right. Money, investing.
Everything, right?
Everything.
Yeah. Jenny's my girl. You know what I'm saying? This is her podcast. And, she had a great idea about actually doing this and making it a real thing. And then, I'm always like running around left and right. But this time, I really feel like, especially since we got time, it's something that we can go into and kind of get relatable to the people, right?
Yes, and on my end, I feel like this could actually not be the greatest thing for some people.
Okay, what does that mean?
Well, because I feel like I have a lot of tips and tricks on how to just be aware.
You're doing the snapping thing.
Be aware of your surroundings and people you are around, like people you're with.
Yeah, so when you say be aware, I kind of I think it's investigating. Right.
Well, I am a good investigator.
For sure, you are a good private investigator. For sure.
I'm good at reading people.
Great detective. I'm
good at giving tips on how to catch people doing the wrong thing.
Yeah, she will lock your ass up. So let's talk about trust. I see you got that there. What made you be good at learning how to do all this stuff?
Okay. Well, trust goes on a big scale.
Right.
So I have trouble trusting still.
Okay.
You make it easy for me to trust.
Yeah, I better.
You do. Because every day, even if I try to make you try to put it in your head that you're doing something wrong, you always prove to me that you're not.
Yeah, today I was looking at my website to make sure my website is good okay, so sometimes when I wake up in the morning, I gotta take a shit. That's the first thing I do, okay? And so I get out of bed, I know what time it is, and then I get out. And while I'm on there, to some people, they may not like it, but I definitely take a shit, and I'm on my phone at the same time. Some people read the newspaper, I scroll on the phone. And this morning, I was checking my website for my company, Solar Central Systems, and you come in there barging, and I just wanted to respect you, put down my phone, and what did you do? I don't mind taking the shit in front of my girl, by the way.
I think I was like, "What are you doing on your phone?" Oh, because it looked to me like he went to the home screen, and to me,
I did go to the home screen.
Right, and to me, that is a flag. That is weird to me. Okay. Because I feel like I've seen this happen in the past. Okay. When people are up to no good. Right. And as soon as you walk into the room, they want to go to the home screen like they've been staring at the home screen for I don't even know how long. And nobody does that.
Okay, so shout out to my boy. Shout out to my boy Offset, okay, by the way. Where everybody thinks if you go, when somebody walks into the room, and if you think it's rude to put away your phone, right, or be on your phone when somebody comes in, right? Whether you're doing something, somebody thinks it's rude that you're putting your phone away or that you're going to the home screen. I'd like to know. Comment in the comment section and let me know if you think that's
super sketch.
How is it sketch?
Because it's like, what were you doing?
Checking my website.
And I think you were actually taking your stocks.
One of the. I was on my website. I was on my website because I remember when you said, "What are you doing?" I said, checking my website, and I literally went and opened it up.
Yes. But there's this weird thing. Like, I know.
You know what?
I know. A lot of times, I don't know. I associate men with social media as just, and I just always see it as them looking up females.
Hold on now.
On Instagram, Facebook. No, not even in Facebook, but like Instagram, like trying to look at things that are not theirs. And then if you're going to go to your home screen, I don't know the point of that if you were just looking at your website.
Because I don't want, my natural reaction is to swipe up, right? Just the little, especially on the iPhone, just swipe up and not look at what I'm doing, right? In front of somebody being there, especially when I'm taking a shit, right? I'm going to give you all the attention in the world because that's all the time I have right
now. So if I was looking at my website or my email.
Mind you won't let me go in the bathroom when you're taking a shit because apparently you don't do that.
Females do not do that.
Right, okay.
And so if I was on my email and you walked in the room, guess what? You're gonna see that I'm on my checking my email. I'm not gonna just like go to my home screen real quick. That's super sketch. Because it's like, why do you need to exit out of that and act like you weren't?
Because if I don't exit out of the home screen, I'll continue to look at it. You know me. I'll continue to look at it while you're like trying to talk to me, whether you're trying to kiss on me. I'm going to continue to do what I went to do in the first place.
But if you are on the toilet, you better believe I'm not trying to kiss on you.
Right, but I'm trying to talk to you, right? I'm not just trying to put my head in. I mean, first off, I'm trying to take a shit. Number two, I'm trying to, like some people read the newspaper, right? There just so happened to be an incident where I wanted to check my website to make sure everything on the website was still good when I woke up in the morning, okay? So, but it doesn't even matter. Sometimes with you, it's not just looking on the website. It's not just what I'm in. The other day, you told me, why did I take a shower too long? Like, apparently, I do the same thing in the morning. I went to take a shit, okay? And I was on my phone, and my boy hit me up. And I was checking the stocks, and then he hit me up, and he was like, yo, da-da-da-da. And then, because the night before, I take a shit before I go to bed, and I take a shit when I wake up, okay? So I go in there, and I wake up, the night before, I took a shit, and I forgot to replace the roll, right? So I only had, I knew it was low. And you came out the other time, and you were like, bruh, you don't know how to replace the roll? And then you walked out and got some rolls. So I was on taking a shit with my boy, which usually takes about 10 or 15 minutes, right? And then I realized that I didn't replace the roll. And I went and I was like, fuck, I gotta use these little two squares that I got. And I was like, maybe I didn't get it all. So I'm gonna go and take a shower. Well, when I get out, what's up? Huh?
I was in a mood that
day. Right. Okay. And what happened? What does in a mood mean, first off?
I was a little annoyed.
Okay. At what?
Because at the time that I woke up, I heard the shower on.
For sure.
And so, since I heard the shower on for longer than
15 minutes.
I don't know how long
it wasn't even 15 minutes.
But I know that the amount of time that I was, listening to the shower being on, I was getting frustrated.
Okay.
Because I'm like, he doesn't have that much to wash. Like, why is he in the shower that long?
Mind you, y'all, I just took a shit and I didn't have enough toilet paper in there and I wanted to make sure I got it all. Okay? So I'm in the shower, I come out, I normally do my thing, and then I go out and I didn't want to hear your mouth talking about I didn't go and get the roll, right? Bro, you can't replace the roll? That's the only thing I heard. So when I went out, I come out to look at you, and then the next thing I hear is, hey, what were you doing in the shower? What the hell am I supposed to be doing in the shower? What was that about, though?
Well, so I feel like you were relieving yourself in the shower.
Okay.
And so to me, that's frustrating.
All right.
That's just things that I make up in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know about everyone else, right? But I'm not gonna relieve myself when I got a beautiful woman right next to me, right? And it takes me a long time to relieve get relief anyway. So I'm definitely not going to relieve myself if the woman that I love and that I'm sleeping next to is in there. I definitely want to make sure, though, that I get every piece of shit out of the crack of my ass.
That's gross.
I'm just trying to tell you. And I kept it real with you. And you were like, when I came in, you kind of like looked at me with this like, look. And I get it. You're in the mood, but damn. You know, why would I do that?
That's what I was thinking. So that's why I was annoyed. Because I'm like, why would you do that?
Okay.
If that was the case. Why would you try relieving yourself when I'm right here?
And that's the same kind of question. I was actually surprised that you even asked that question. Why would I?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. So those are the things that I'm talking about. Like,
but I also didn't know, since I had just woken up, I didn't know how long you were in the shower prior to that.
Not long at all. And I literally had to bring... See, this is the thing, right? And this is how we get on the thing of trust, right? She was like, how long were you in there? I was like, I don't know. I was taking a shower. And then she was like, well, you were in the bathroom for a while. So I had to go grab my phone. And one of my boys was hitting me up. And that's why I was on the bathroom for a little bit. And I showed her the messages. So the timeline checked out. Okay? But the thing
and it always does. It always does every time I feel it. But the other day you said that I had PTSD. And I do.
Okay.
And so I feel like that is what messes my head up a lot of times.
And I want to talk about that a little bit more because I feel like that's a huge thing, right? So, and this is the thing that we talk about, right? Like, I'm like angel status when it comes to it, right? Because I'm not going to go do anything crazy. I know who I have. I know how, we both have been through a lot relationship-wise, right? Mm-hmm. We know that, right? Mm-hmm. So I get that. I understand that. But now I feel like I found that golden nugget, and like, I'm not going to just throw that away for anything. But like, because you've gone through certain shit, it's been like weird ass questions. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the other day as well, like yesterday, right? I was in the shower, right? And I took a shit again, okay? And I just wanted to take a shower, right? Because I like taking showers, right? I sweat a lot. I use the bathroom. Like 3 a day. Yeah, I sweat a lot, use the bathroom, and I just want to wash myself and make sure I'm super clean, right? Because I'm a bigger dude, so I sweat, I just want to make sure I'm good. And I feel like I was taking a shower and lathering myself up. And you kind of came in there. This time, you opened the door. And not the door, the shower curtain, right? And you stuck your head in. And then you were like happy when you saw that I was just lathering myself up. Right? What did you expect to find? Am I right? Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, so you thought I was relieving myself again, huh?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Because I didn't hear the door creak. I didn't hear any. The only thing I saw was a face in there, And then I was like, "Hey, baby," and you're like, you smiled and you smiled, but when I first saw you, I was like, "Hey, like." How are you? Hey, babe. Mwah, give me a kiss. And then I started thinking, I kept rinsing myself off. And one time I was like, I feel like she just tried to see if I was relieving myself while she was in there. Why would I do that?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't explain how men work.
Absolutely. I definitely can't explain how women work. But I can explain how I work. Right? And maybe there are men out there that are on that. I'm not saying, hey, look, you shouldn't.
I don't know. I imagine there are.
Right.
But I just know that I would not really be cool with it. I mean, it's not that I wouldn't be cool with it, but I'd rather,
Do you relieve yourself when I'm in there? When I'm in the house?
Sometimes.
So, it's okay for you. But it ain't okay for me?
Sometimes.
What the hell does that mean?
Well, not everyone is in the mood at the right time, at the same time.
Okay.
I'm always
in the mood. Right, I get that. You're like a rabbit. You're like, yeah, for sure. You're like always.
And sometimes if I'm stressed out, I need it. And you may not be on the same page as me.
Right.
You may have a whole bunch of other things going on in your mind.
Okay.
That you need to do. That's the last thing on your mind.
Okay.
So, to make it easier for you, I gotta do what I gotta do.
So hold on now. So it's now this is like reverse double standard. It's okay for you
because I am always available.
You're open 24/7.
I'm open 24/7.
And because I have a certain, I got shit I gotta do. I got responsibilities. Now I don't get that. I don't understand that. Tell me what you think about that, y'all. When you listen to this, like, oh, she can relieve herself whenever she feels like it, but I can't. Is that some type of double standard? I feel like it is. I feel like there shouldn't be any. I mean, it takes me way too long because, like, I'm at an age right now where I'm focused, right? And so that's not the first thing on my mind. My first thing on my mind is making money, catching, setting up our future, setting up our foundation, and that's not my thing. And besides, just the type of person I am, it takes a longer time for me. I have to be like the wind. The air has to be perfect. The stars have to be aligned for me to get where I need to go.
Right. But I heard from an older woman that once you hit a certain age, for females, that you lose your drive. And I'm worried about that. And so I feel like I need to
get it all in while you can.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, it's okay. What would have been wrong? How would you have felt if I was in there relieving myself?
I would have been a little pissed off because I'm always available. You know what I mean? Do you understand? I feel like, I don't know. I've had I've liked that, like the idea of, I don't know, maybe something since I was leaving little. Like, it's been on my mind. You know what I mean?
Whoa.
So
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I don't know. Like, I just feel like, oh, you know what I think it is?
What?
And this might sound crazy to you, but I believe a lot in astrology.
Okay.
And Scorpio signs are like one of the most sexual signs. And I do believe that because you might have money and stuff on your mind all the time. Most of the time, that's what I have on my mind is
sex.
Yes.
Do I have something to worry about?
No.
Hold on now.
You don't.
Hold on. You kind of looked to the left when you said that?
No. You don't because I'm also a loyal person. So
what the hell does that mean?
So that just means that I might have it on my mind a little bit more than often. I probably have it on my mind more like as often as a typical guy. You know? Hold
on now. I am a typical guy.
Yeah, but that's not number one on your. That's not number one on your.
Yeah, not
that's
anymore.
Not in your top 5.
Yeah, now pussy is still costing me money right now. So like, you know what I'm saying? I pay child support for 2 kids. You know what I'm saying? Definitely not in a situation. So I believe you with PTSD because I have PTSD with cootie. Okay, cootie is still screwing me right now. Okay, does that make sense?
Yes, for
sure. All right, so
and I see it. I understand.
For sure. Definitely have had kids with people that I can put in the questionable column. Okay, but my thing is, how is this okay for you, but it's not okay for me?
Because just because you're not like in the mood doesn't mean that I'm not. And so if I am and you're not, then that just goes to my frustration because I need it.
I'm pretty sure there's guys out there.
I need the relief.
_ Janae on
I need
IG.
the relief. So I think
Don't
that
follow her, y'all.
It's okay.
I swear to God, we'll get PTSD real quick.
And I want to tell you, I'm very thankful for batteries.
I know. I already talked about it, man. This day and age right now, I feel like I'm being replaced. Okay, by a robot.
But that's the thing.
With
like,
batteries.
If you are not, in that mood or whatever, like, then that's okay because and it's not that I would ever leave you or cheat on you because you fulfill everything. You know what I mean? Like in every other way. Like, and I know I can trust you, and that's super important to me. And so.
Right.
So a little device.
Man, listen.
Every once in a while doesn't ever hurt.
I'm about to go. I'm about to pop up in the shower like you now. All right. I got a problem now. I got to figure out how to deal with this.
It's not in obvious spots, my love.
Huh? No, I'm talking about you in the shower. Obviously, it must be in the bathroom or close near it. Somehow. Yeah. because you got easy access to it.
It's not that obvious.
Well, look, man, I'm gonna say that I am actually okay with it, regardless, either way, because I know sometimes I travel a lot.
Because they have like this really other.
Nah, I'm not okay with all that. I'm not okay with talking like about like the newest battery powered.
Well, there is
Vince.
one that I heard is pretty great.
Yeah, well, you can talk about that maybe on the next episode, not on this one. But my situation is I'm okay because I travel a lot and I have to have full-time trust in you. You know what I'm saying? And I know that that's hard to have. And I've been in relationships where, you know, obviously you can't trust everybody. And people have gone and stepped outside the relationship. But I don't see that with you. And if I did see that with you, then it would be over with. But I understand that there's going to be times when we're not there and you're going to have to do your thing. Or sometimes I'm tired and I get it. I don't personally feel upset unless like you told me like you're not, like you'd rather be with the batteries than with me. Then we'd have a problem and that shit would end up in the dumpster ASAP. That makes sense? Yeah. And I also think there's also another sense to that. I do think that if you use that thing too much, then it scrapes off sensitivity and then I can't compete with it as much.
I understand that, and that's not
so
true.
Lay it off. No, it is true. Lay off of it.
I know you've thought that in the past.
I know it. The past couple of times. Times.
No.
I feel like you're wearing down the tires, okay? And now we don't get the same traction sometimes.
It's just never gonna be worn down.
No, I'm just trying to say, look, don't put mileage on it, especially over here taking it for test drives left and right. Okay? My biggest thing is, you know, what's up with the PTSD, you know? What's up with that?
All right. I have a couple of things that are PTSD like situations for me.
Okay.
You haven't really gotten me flowers, probably, and that is okay because in my life I relate flowers with you being like regretful of doing something wrong.
Oh, Lord.
You understand?
Can't even get a flower, y'all.
I don't mind that you don't get me flowers.
Okay.
I'd rather you not because to me I'm like, oh, this is nice. Well, why are you doing this for me?
So if I just got you flowers. So I'm
thinking that you're doing something great, but I know that it's probably because you're feeling regretful or shameful for something you've done.
Are y'all hearing this?
It's well, okay. So in my past life,
okay,
I've had an ex that told me, "Oh my gosh, Valentine's Day. Oh my God, I got flowers. I got roses. Oh my God, flowers are so much money." I'm like, "Oh, really?" And the person was like, "Yeah, it's like $100." But what I didn't know was that it was expensive for sure because it wasn't only being sent to me; it was being sent to someone else as well. So yes,
two sets
you
of flowers.
Think about $200 for flowers is a lot of money, right?
Right.
So to me, I relate flowers with guilt.
Can't even get a flowers, y'all. Yo, people be, and this just goes to show that people be messing up people, you know? Good guys mess up good girls, and then the next dude comes along, and now he has to pay for it.
Mm-hmm. And with the flower situation, I know that was a guilt thing because being friends with that person after being split up, I would see them being with other people and them still doing wrong things to them, and they would get them flowers every time they would feel like they messed up. So I knew from both ends. You know what I mean? So
flowers is definitely
not.
That flowers is like bringing flowers to your funeral, huh? Relationship dead.
Yeah, it's more like something for me to question than to be thankful for.
Lord. Okay, so what presents can I get you? I got you jewelry.
You got me jewelry.
Right.
I like jewelry.
I know you do.
Flowers die also.
Facts. Just like relationships die. Lord. Just like people die. Lord. God bless everybody right now because I know we all going through it. You know, I think that's a big thing. I don't want to stray away from that, but definitely like, you know, I think the trust thing Like, you have to build that over time. And what happens? So my question is, what happens if you start to lose your sex drive?
I don't know.
Are you gonna have to like actually start like?
If you lose your sex
paying
drive?
attention to me? Am I gonna have to go in the shower?
I mean, I don't know that would ever happen, but...
I mean, you said you talked to somebody and she said after a certain age.
Yeah, right.
And I think as you get older,
scary.
I mean, that's what's happening to me. I am a little bit older than you, and so maybe my drive is down a little. We've talked about that.
Yeah.
You know? Am I gonna be okay to relieve myself in the shower?
Well, that's the thing. If you need to, then I am here. You know what I'm saying?
Well, not if you're... What if you're at that stage where your drive is like in park?
I would not let it be. I just feel like I would not let it be either way.
So am I doing something wrong? Do you feel like I'm doing something wrong? Because I'm not...
I don't think so.
You did that thing again.
What?
Where you looked away.
I don't think so at all. Like, like we both understand that we have different, we're at different points in our lives. Like you're a little past that. And to me, that's still like a fun thing to do. But
I think it's still fun too. God damn it! What's wrong with you?
and you do. But it's just a necessity. Like the need for it is more for me than it is for you. And
yeah, you do it. You do it.
And
like
maybe it is. Maybe it is gonna be like that for me when I, in 3 years or something.
Well, I love you regardless, but goddamn, you said it.
And you,
I may have to rethink
you are
something.
like the best person ever. Like, regardless of that would never be like any kind of game changer because
is that a deal breaker?
No deal breaker.
See, you're gonna have everybody out here looking like,
everything.
"Hey Vince, man, let me handle that. Let me lay it to your girl.
Everything.
Let me get your girl, man. I got you, man. Listen, I don't need no help." Okay, that's why I got her wanting it all the time. Okay, because that's scarce. Okay, it's few and far between, so she's always fiending for it. Right? It's always that gas. Okay, 93, y'all. Yo, if people start sliding in your DM, we gonna stop doing this podcast.
Speaking of, social media has a lot to do with trusting also. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like men more so than women, because there's so many like half-naked females on social media.
There's half-naked men out there too.
Yeah, but it's just different.
I hope everybody hears this, that you have like double standards.
I do, and I'm not.
And you're okay with it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just different.
It's different for men because men are they're just known for that. How many times do you talk to an older woman, and they're like, "Oh, all men cheat. Oh, all men do this. All men do that." There's a reason for that because most do.
So what about the younger women, where dudes are starting to say all women cheat?
Yeah, because things have changed a lot.
Right. The girls are starting acting like guys, and the guys are starting to act like bitches.
And that's the problem because guys don't like it then when the girls do what the guys do.
Right, but what do you have to say when that happens? Like, what are you trying to say? Like, yo, that's part of the reason. What do you have to say with all these double standards that you have, right? And you're talking to older women, but what about us when we say, look, nah. It's actually different. Like now, girls are a little bit more out there.
Listen, you are different from most guys.
Nah. I feel like there's guys out there. I feel like if you a dude out there that's feeling like especially since social media has come out, right? I feel like before girls weren't as big to be out there in a bikini bra in front of the camera or as sexual, and now social media has made that a norm. You know what I'm saying? And so because of that, and because of the norm where everyone's an IG model or everyone's they got an OnlyFans or a Pornhub account or whatever, and they're making money. Like, I feel like that's more the norm. Whereas me, I'm looking at it like, all right, now, before, right, you couldn't trust the guys, right? Now it's like, yo, you got to be careful with these chicks.
Right, but it's right now because of social media, like you have to be careful on both sides.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say.
More than ever.
But you making it seem like it's okay for you and whatever is comfortable for you, But when I say it, it's not that way. No, guys just do this. And I'm not okay with that excuse.
Listen.
No. I'm being real. I'm not okay with that because that's the truth, right? How is it okay when it fits your agenda, but it's not okay when I look at it from a different sense? Hence, you in the bathroom relieving yourself versus me in the bathroom relieving myself.
I mean, it's not always in the bathroom.
like I said, she's trying to be funny now. What do you have to say to that? To the norm, right? What do you have to say? It's not just guys. And it's not just me.
Girls are, attention seekers.
I feel like guys are attention seekers too.
Guys are so dumb though in most cases because, guys can go. I don't know. It's just so different. Guys like to go to the strip club because the strippers will give them attention, and they think that the girls are actually interested in them, and they're not. They just want the money, and that will make them, mess around on their woman, on their family, like because they want that extra attention and makes them feel better about themselves. And it's just not like that, I feel like, from myself and for any of the women that I know.
I feel like maybe for you, that may be the case, but I don't think it's like that on a general level. I feel like you're okay with the stereotypes when it fits your shit, but it's not okay with the stereotypes when it doesn't. And that in itself is a stereotype and a generalization.
Listen, and
I feel like that happens to everybody.
I'm not disagreeing with you about it because yes, I have a ton of stereotypes, but it's just because it's stuff that I've seen and I've lived through. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not just what I think in my head; it's what I've actually seen. Right,
but that affects your experiences. Have affected who you are today.
Yes.
But that shit shouldn't affect me. Right?
Yeah. It doesn't because you...
No, it does. I can't even take a damn shower without you, or take a shit without you saying, "What are you doing?" I feel like I'm getting surprised. Surprise! Like I got the cops knocking at my door every day from the inside out. What's going on? So what does that have to do with me? That's what I want to know. Listen.
I just want to say, I feel like a lot of men, when they're done, when they're on their phone, I feel like a red flag for me is when they put their phone face down on the table.
I do that as well.
And I'm not saying that you do because I don't feel like you really do that.
I do it. Even right now. I feel like turning my phone face down because I'm getting a million messages. Right? And it's kind of like guiding me to the...
For the moment that you're getting too many messages and you'll do that. But some guys that are untrustworthy, they will do that every single time. And to me, that's super sketch.
What makes them untrustworthy because their phone is face down?
Okay. So, I know, I've seen this for myself, that guys that are messing around, they do that, and they'll go out of their way to put it face down.
So, what if it's just a person, right? And I get it. With the people you may have been with, that may have been a thing. But what if it's just a sign of when I'm with you, I want to put all my attention on you?
That's not usually the case.
Not usually.
That's not usually the case.
Because of the people that you came in encounters with, right? This with you, the people you came in contact with. That's why it's not usually the case. But in my case, right now, I can't put my phone face down because if not, I got Jenny the private detective, Detective Jenny on my ass. You lucky I love you.
Listen,
for sure.
You don't do that, and
I don't do it because I know that with you, I actually have to be... I gotta go against what I normally do actually with you. Because if not, you think I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I can't even use the bathroom, be on my phone and respect you. I literally have to disrespect you. I gotta stay on my phone. Fuck it, don't even ask, don't even look her way. What you want? I'm looking at my website. Get out of here.
Listen, There's another thing too.
It's like girls want the opposite of what I was trained to do. See, my grandmother taught me. My mom. I was raised with 2 girls. I got 3 sisters. I got 2 brothers. Right, but I like the women in my life have taught me like, yo, this is what girls want. This is how you want to do it. But with you, oh hell nah. I actually got, and this is where they say like sometimes girls, they don't want you to treat them right. Because if you do, then you ain't.
And I'm not that girl. I want you to treat me right.
Then my question is, why? Because I asked you this the other day, right?
What?
It's almost like I have to mistreat you in order to prove that I'm the one for you.
No.
Well, but look, right? I can't get off my phone with you and look at you. Right? It's like I got to do the opposite of what's really nice. Because if I got you flowers, you might think I'm cheating on you. Like if I get on my phone and pay attention to you, you might think. Do you see my point?
Listen.
Do you see my point though?
At this point in our
relationship, do you see my point though?
At this point in our relationship,
okay.
If you got me flowers, I probably would be alright with it.
Probably would be alright. Do you see how there's a problem with that?
Proven yourself to me so many times.
Every time.
Now, when I see other people like other people on social media that get flowers from their guy, I'm like, what did her man do?
I feel sorry for all of you dudes and girls who just got your girl flowers because Jenny went through it, okay? Okay, with whoever she came in contact with, y'all through, okay? Now, I don't understand it. And to me, I sit back and, it's okay, but I think we talked about it the other day. That shit ain't cute. Yes. It's not. It's actually a little annoying.
I understand that. And unfortunately, like I'm still, I am
recovering from that trauma.
Past that because I associate that now with every guy. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, because
I've seen that.
And we're trying to work on rewiring your system. Because I don't think that it's necessary for us to sit back and be like I don't like to explain myself and I refuse to. And I told you I'm not gonna live like that, right? Mm-hmm. Because I know my character and I know how much I love you, right?
And I know that, and that's why I have a lot of trust in you.
Right, but that's where I think where you're gonna have to understand to rewire your brain, right? Because not everything has alternative motive, right? Yes. And I think this is a huge thing. You have to assume, especially with someone who's never given you a reason to, you have to assume positive intent. Because after a while, and I told you this,
that is something that I have learned more so
that you're gonna have to work on. Right, that you're gonna have to work on. And I appreciate that, but you need to work on it more. Because my biggest thing is, after a while, I'm going to get tired with explaining myself.
Okay. There's another thing.
Okay.
Not with you, but I know something like a sign for other people to look out for.
Here we go.
And unfortunately,
Jenny's tips and tricks on how to catch your mind.
Tips and tricks, because a lot of times, guys are constantly on their social media, right? Constantly looking at stories. And occasionally, or most often, like they'll upload videos, live videos, whatever. And I feel like it's something to look for is if your guy is never including you in their story.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like it's as if they're by themselves all the time. And you are constantly, having them in your videos, uploading them, tagging them.
Tagging who?
Tagging your guy.
Oh, and you're right.
In your stories, and they are not resharing it, but they'll reshare other people's stuff that are sending out. It's almost as if they don't want other people to know that you are even there in their life.
Social media got people fucked up.
And then they want to be like, oh, sometimes if you feel like something is wrong, then something is probably wrong.
So I look at it differently, like even that, right? Like I don't post many videos of me and my kids or our kids because I know there's a lot of people that hate me right? And I'm not, it's like Drake said, you're trying to keep the world from the kid, but it won't keep the kid from the world, right? You're not, you know, that kind of thing. Like, I'm not, I just know there's a lot of people out there that hate. And so I don't want to wake up one day and they look at, you know, my kids as a target or my girl as a target. So I don't do that often, right? I won't put my kids on there like that. I won't do those things because I don't want people to be like, oh, you know what? This is the best way to get at them. That's how I look. I'm very paranoid about that, right? Because the more you gain, the more people, you saw it the other day. I grew up on Paid in Full. So like when they grabbed Sonny, like that hit me, you know? So I feel like that's the same kind of thing. Like I'm not going to put my family in those things or people that I'm there. Where you see it as, yo, this guy ain't trying to post me on this. He ain't trying to have everybody, all these other chicks. Mind you, I don't even be on my social media like that. Mind you.
But I understand that. And you do post about me often.
Right.
And that's why I don't worry about that with you.
Right. But I didn't before.
You did. Even when we started talking, you were posting about me, and I was like, "This is okay." You know what I mean? Like I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Not really in the
anybody else.
Not really in the stories.
Yeah, you did. And
or not really in the post.
Not in the post, right? In the stories.
In the stories, yeah.
And so I feel like from people that I have been with and people that I have known that were messing around, they would like do everything they can to not have you in their little video that they're making. I've seen it, and those are always the ones that were playing games.
I'm gonna say it like this because we're gonna wrap this up. You know, I feel like we've done a lot, and I want to see what the people say. But in conclusion, right? I think there's two different perspectives, right? I think that you're paranoid about certain shit, and that you don't have to be. And I think that I'm paranoid about different shit that maybe I don't have to be, right? And so what that does is it creates kind of like a adverse effect, right? For what's okay with you and your situation and what's okay with me and my situation. And then we bump heads, right? Not really bump heads.
No, we don't, because we have a great relationship.
But I could see how people, like, if you met the next dude, how he could be like, yeah, this bitch crazy. Right? And you could be like, nah, bitch. Like, I'm not crazy. You just a cheater. You feel me?
Yeah, well, I would probably feel like that because unlike you and maybe a handful of other people, other men in my life.
If y'all out there, man,
that I've known, most of the time that is the case.
If you a cheater, don't take my side, okay? Because I don't want no fake stuff like, oh yeah, look, this guy said he was like that, and look, this is his girl, right? But if you a real ass dude out there who's trying to protect what he got, I want y'all to comment, right? I want y'all to look at it and say, you know what, this is some real shit. So I appreciate you, Jenny. Like, what do you say? What do you have to say about this whole situation? Like, what do you want to do? Like, what do you think? Tips and tricks and wrap this up.
Tips and tricks for who? Because tips and tricks, guys are so dumb.
For both sides. For both sides. You're not gonna have no games. Guy fans.
I think they need to stop playing games.
Okay.
And girls need to stop being so naive and thinking that, you know, everything is roses.
And I think some of y'all girls need to stop playing games, and these dudes need to stop being so naive, right? And thinking that life is roses. Okay, that's what I feel, y'all. Y'all, appreciate y'all, Jenny.
I just want guys to know that we are on to them.
Nah, and I want girls to know that we honor them. But not real talk, I could care less regardless. I just appreciate you guys. Thank you for being on the Relatable Podcast. You know, and this is the PTSD episode, Jenny. Take it away.
I apologize for anybody that this might upset.
I don't. Yo.
Because, you know, and I hope you get your life straightened out.
all y'all, man, I appreciate it. Tune in to next time when we start talking about this, you know, another you know, topic over here. So thank you for coming to the Relatable Podcast. I appreciate y'all. Tune in soon. What's up, y'all? I am Vince Serrano.
And I am Jenny. And it's been the Relatable Podcast. That's REL, the number 8, TABLE podcast. You can find us on Instagram and on Twitter.
Make sure you guys like us or comment in the sections on any of the ideas that we had, all right?
We want to know what you guys think about what we talked about today.
Thanks for listening.